A heavy, antique brass alarm clock sits on a cold marble nightstand. The room is bathed in deep indigo shadows, save for a single sharp sliver of moonlight cutting across the dust motes. No movement. The rhythmic, heavy ticking of the clock. It sounds like a heartbeat echoing in a cathedral. Sudden, sharp silence as the ticking stops. Most people wake up into a war zone. Before your eyes even adjust to the light, you reach for the glass rectangle, the digital tether. In 5 seconds, you have invited 10,000 strangers into your bedroom. You've consumed their outrage, their highlight reels, and their demands. You aren't starting your day, you are reacting to theirs. Fast-cut pattern interrupt, a glass of water shattering on a concrete floor in slow motion. The shards fly toward the camera, then freeze mid-air. The sound of a digital glitch or high-frequency static that cuts abruptly to total silence. Success isn't found in what you add to your morning. It's found in what you have the courage to exclude. Welcome to the zero-input morning. Cinematic wide shot of a man standing in a vast, brutalist concrete hall. He is small, dwarfed by the scale of the architecture. The lighting is high contrast, reminiscent of film noir. Deep, low-frequency atmospheric hum, the sound of distant wind howling through a tunnel. There is a psychological void between who you are and who the world expects you to be. We call this the witness gap. When you check your phone the moment you wake, you are seeking a witness to your existence. You need the notification, the email, or the like to prove you are relevant. But this dependency creates a hollow center. Extreme close-up of an eye. The pupil dilates as it reflects the blue light of a smartphone screen. The reflection looks like a cage. A subtle, metallic scraping sound, cold and clinical. The hidden pain of the perfect morning is the exhaustion of performance. You aren't tired because you lack sleep, but because you lack sovereignty. You have become a servant to the algorithm of other people's lives before you've even breathed your own air. Success feels empty because it isn't yours. It's a curated response to a world that doesn't know your name. Macro shot of a cracked ceramic bowl. A steady hand pours molten gold into the fissures. The gold glows with an intense, warm light against the dark porcelain. The sizzling sound of liquid metal meeting cold air. A warm, swelling orchestral string note begins to rise. Your morning is currently a broken vessel. It leaks focus, it leaks intent, and it leaks peace. But in Japanese philosophy, there is kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. We do not hide the cracks, we make them the strongest part of the structure. Transition to a minimalist study. A single notebook lies open on a dark wood desk. A shaft of warm morning sun illuminates the page. The sound of a deep, resonant bell tolling once. Gentle, rhythmic breathing. The gold in your morning is solitude. By choosing to remain unwitnessed for the first hour of the day, you heal the witness gap. You stop being a reactor and start being an architect. The cracks of your previous burnout are where we pour the discipline of silence. On-screen text appears in a sharp, elegant serif font over a background of moving clouds in 8K. For the first 60 minutes of your existence, no external data enters your brain. No podcasts, no music, no news, no texts. Your brain is in a theta state, highly suggestible and creative. To input someone else's agenda during this window is a form of cognitive sabotage. Build a moat around your mind. A hand placing a smartphone inside a heavy wooden drawer and locking it. The key is placed out of sight. The heavy thud of a drawer closing, a satisfying click of a lock. Success is a physical state before it is a mental one. You must move the stagnant energy of sleep. This isn't about a 2-hour gym session, it's about 5 minutes of high-intensity movement or a cold exposure that forces the nervous system to reboot. You are signaling to your DNA that the hunt has begun. Close-up of water droplets on skin, a silhouette of a person standing in a cold, misty forest or under a high-pressure shower, high-contrast lighting. The roar of rushing water followed by a sharp, sudden intake of breath. Ask one question. What is the one task that, if completed, makes everything else irrelevant? Most people spend their mornings clearing the deck with small tasks. The architect attacks the primary domino first. You don't check emails, you produce the work that others will have to email you about. A single black domino standing on a white surface. A finger pushes it and we watch in slow motion as it falls, but instead of hitting another domino, it shatters a wall of glass. The crystalline sound of glass shattering, echoing into a long reverb. We return to the opening scene, the same cold room, the same antique clock. But now the man is sitting on the edge of the bed. He isn't reaching for a phone, he is looking at his hands, then at the rising sun. The heavy ticking of the clock returns, but it is now synchronized with a deep cinematic bass pulse. The atmosphere is no longer hollow, it is full. The world will tell you that success is a collection of things, the car, the title, the routine. They are lying. Success is the ability to sit in a room alone in total silence and feel no urge to escape. The man stands up and walks toward the window. As he moves, the indigo shadows of the room turn into a vibrant golden amber. He opens the window and the curtains billow in the wind. The sound of the wind rushing in, full of life. The music reaches a triumphant yet grounded crescendo. You don't need a perfect morning, you need a sovereign morning. Stop being the witness to everyone else's life and start being the author of your own. Fade to black. White text fades in. The architect is you. One final resonant heartbeat. Total silence.